please continue with your conversation as you listen to the horse-drawn character. Nobody's really intruding on your ship because even though the theater looks okay, it's not ostentatious. Thieves have probably been in here before and discovered there's absolutely nothing interesting that the PCs leave. So, you get a new card for that.
Okay.
So he's
Brand the Vampire Hunter.
Okay.
We used our downtime for recollection purposes.
Quick question. Did you just ditch the self-improvement card?
I have probably. I meant to use it. I'll also put down this move. Okay, there we go. Now I've got 2 down, and thank you.
Yeah, and then you also get a new one for the Dreamlands, and then ditch another one because the Dreamlands is like if we're not using it, which we're not, then you get to pull a new card. At the end, you should still be at 3 though.
Okay, got you. Can I use my self-improvement for teaching?
Yes, there are people who are teachers for an occupation in the world. That is a good idea, actually, because PCs have no teaching skills. Oh, the hero point wager got discarded. That one's not used too often.
No.
Okay, and it's supposed to be a D3. I'm going to roll a D6 and 2.
Cool. Please resume your recollections of other exciting events that happened in the campaign.
Okay, so Brand the Vampire Hunter.
Yeah, now I remember this guy. Glenn helped me out. We spent a lot of time with this dude.
Oh yeah, I have his phone number.
What about the other person that came through the gate with him? No sign.
Don't know anything about that.
Okay.
He said he came out by the skate park.
Yeah. Because there was we had footage of 2 individuals coming out the gate before Lopan running away. One of them, I think, was this Brand guy you're talking about.
He said he was from a vampire world or a world with vampires or whatever. He was posing as a waiter at the gala, and he served us appetizers with garlic and was suspiciously waiting around to see if we ate them or whatever.
And I believe he spiked drinks as well, because we noticed him watching people have drinks and making sure people got his drinks. So I think he probably, assumably, he'd put holy water in the drinks and was watching for a reaction or something.
That could be. Anyway, we chased him down because we were suspicious. We didn't know what was going on. And we pretty much captured him. And then we kind of got friendly once we figured out that we weren't enemies. We actually attacked that vampire lair together, and we were totally pissed at him because he totally just kicked in the door and kamikazed, and it was a total brutal onslaught. So we haven't we just kind of stopped talking to him after that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and Batman was the only one who survived.
Yeah, that was Batman's origin.
The origin of Batman.
Scott, could you move your mic away from your mouth, because you are good at projecting your voice and the mic is great at picking up too much.
How about now?
Perfect. Thank you.
Silence. What?
Do you know if he was a Dora?
I didn't know what a Dora was at the time, but I would guess yes.
Okay. Just because of
the thing came from a vampire world.
Yeah. It was just the thing about the MIBs, the agents, the MIBs turning up at that gate and attacking people. It just trying to firm up the theory that they only appear when there's Doras involved in disrupting reality. And if he was a Dora, that would link in with them, why they would have appeared there as opposed, and why they didn't appear when the dinosaurs appeared in Burlington and when the women from the Wild West appeared in Burlington, and which would have been if it had been us appearing on dinosaurs or us appearing on horses and shooting up the town, then the MIBs would have appeared, but they didn't with these other things. All right, beautiful.
So
Right.
your
Do you
idea
want
is that
to track him down?
We.
do you still have the same phone number,
It's in my phone.
or was that just
My phone doesn't work in red carpet anymore.
He gave you a fake phone number. He didn't want to see you either.
Yeah, I was
no,
gonna
we
say,
totally
yeah,
called him.
That would be the issue, as you say, that the fact that mobile phones don't work there anymore. So, presumably, he gave you a mobile phone number.
Yeah.
So Joshua, am I correct in thinking then that Doras are different than just people who happen to find a gate and fall in, like a dinosaur?
So there's
like you don't just count as being a Dora for making a
making
a change.
You've got gates that can be used by anyone, such as the one that allowed the dinosaurs through and stuff, and then you've got gates which can only be seen and used by Doras, such as the gates we tend to use. So normally the gates we use, which like be there about 3 or so in an area, the background people, as some people refer to them, they can't even see those gates, let alone interact with them. So, whereas the gates that that's not, but we have seen instances such as like the dinosaurs invading and the women from the Wild West invading Burlington, and some other instances of background people using gates.
Or the Wild West women were all Doras.
Or the Wild West women were all, except if the Wild West women were all Doras, then that blows away the theory that MIBs turn up when Doras are screwing around.
There's so many different potential things going on.
Yes.
Did any of us ever go through the skate park gate?
Well, we checked it out, and I don't believe there was a gate there anymore. There was the residue of it there, but nobody ever went there and tried to reopen it or anything, and I don't believe at the time any of us would have had the skills to do so.
Okay.
But we did check it out, and I think from vague memory there was some residue there of it. As to where Lopan and his minions came from.
Lopan, we hardly knew ye.
So yeah, all right. Interesting.
What a fucking story for Batman Begins.
Okay.
All right. So you found your list of plots?
Oh yeah.
It's almost up to a book, the big book of plots.
Is there anything in your list of plots that you wanted to focus on?
Well, we've been warned against the handy show. I made a note about the fairy ring gate in the sewers. That's never been explored as far as I know.
So, are you, by the fairy ring gate, are you talking about what I mentioned earlier, or you have previously seen it and made note of it? When I mentioned about the ring of mushrooms and checking that out.
Yeah, we found the ring of mushrooms.
Okay, so you guys found it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, as far as I know, nobody's checked it out either.
Sorry.
I think that would involve going back through the monster gate, the lake with the monster, or whatever it was that was in there.
There was no, no, I've got a clear passageway to there now. There was a bridge there was a chasm which had a rotting bridge over it. We fixed that bridge. We built a new bridge over it. There was a contortion and underwater bit. We cleared the underwater and cleared the contortions. The big underground lake with the island, which is where I believe Dana got the ring from. We just wandered past it.
Oh yeah, there was a monster in there when we went through there.
Okay. Well, we couldn't see any indication of a monster anyway.
But if you're quiet, then I won't
There
notice.
was, off the big underground lake, there was a huge chamber with something dreadful in it, which had exits. We did not go from there, go into that room.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the one you're thinking about.
That's probably the monster's lair through the underwater tunnel or whatever.
Yeah.
But it can come out into the lake if it hears you.
Yeah, we avoided that.
Okay.
What
was I going to say? Yeah, so yes. Oh yeah, so when I checked out the mushroom ring, the fairy ring, I noted that it takes lots of magic power to open it.
Yeah, we weren't able to figure out anything about it.
Yeah.
I just wrote down the fairy ring location.
Yep. So yes, so we could go and try and open her up and see where that goes. Gear up and go and explore.
That's an option. Or you had talked about doing some gunsmithing and beastkin.
Yeah. It was just one of my thoughts as another thing of setting up that could become another means of having a bit of income coming in for us to finance other areas such as this.
That's something I could actually help you with.
Ooh.
It's I think on that aspect of it, it was that thing of getting books about the guns and then translating them and then getting them patented, and then getting people that knew what they were doing to actually start making them. Such as what I did with the bullets, basically.
Right. Now I've got the gunsmithing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have any books.
That's all right. Well, getting the books is just a case of just going to like Gotham or whatever and buying some books.
You have a huge fucking library, literally not far from you.
Yes, but
Make my lessons roll.
Yeah, but it's that thing of them finding useful information. I suppose I could say keep an eye out for these sort of books on this stuff.
There you go.
All right, yeah, so we can do that at least and ask them to keep an eye out for it. And then it's something we can then get set up in Beastkin as another income stream to give us funds for doing other things. The other thing I had thought of is that we could potentially check out is we could shadow walk to the world where Night City is.
Dun, dun,
due to the nature of shadow walking, we will appear somewhere in the world.
Glenn James.
What?
Give me a listen roll. Try to make it by half.
Hot one.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay. It's a female's voice. And give me a empathy roll now that and in fact, take a +10. You heard the voice so well. Female voice, familiar. You've heard it before. Hard to say when somebody's whispering, though, if you know what I mean.
It's a lady. Made it.
Desperate, a bit frantic.
There's a desperate lady nearby.
I'm giving him a card. He said that in the sleaziest possible manner.
Right.
And of course, that's just when Dana comes back in the room. She's like, "You son of a bitch."
Not you. So we're in the library?
No,
we're back
in some comfy
You're in
chairs.
the withdrawing room, comfy
We're in
chair.
White Dove. Okay.
And very comfortable here. Apparently, you weren't allowed to stand in front of the picture of the library as it pissed off everybody who was trying to get out.
I still don't know where the whispering is coming from.
Hey, you suspect that it could be coming from either McKay, because he is a bloody good actor, and it wouldn't surprise you if he built up the throw voice skill, and did some acting and all that, or it could be that you're going insane, or other.
Look around for other.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary at all here. In fact, there's not even any windows in this room, so nobody's crouched outside of the window going, which would be kind of an odd thing because most people in this town don't even know your name. I don't think they just call you that dude who sometimes they comes here and doesn't stick around long and just go. He seems to always be going to the barber shop. So
gotta keep a good shave.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You didn't hear that?
Hear what?
Silence. I heard silence. I didn't hear anything.
Whispering, desperate female plea of Glenn James.
Hero complex much?
No.
Gosh.
Did you recognize the voice?
I've heard it before.
Definitely familiar. I give you 3 guesses. If you can get it in any one of those guesses, I'll give you a refill and confirm it. Otherwise, you're just not sure because you haven't heard it that much.
Besides the one from the library?
It's definitely not her. She has a much higher pitch, much more strident voice.
No, I think he means the
whispering.
That he heard.
Oh, the whispering, yes. You know who the one that you heard in the library was because she introduced herself.
No. He's talking about the whispering.
Yes.
Yeah, same whisper.
Is the same one voice?
That's not the answer.
As in, it is the same voice he heard.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
times.
Yes. Same voice.
I assume that's what you're trying to get out of me.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's trying to get out of me, obviously.
So you hear a female voice whispering to you.
So take your 3 guesses. You can ask the others for input.
I've got a theory.
Ooh.
What is your theory, Dana?
Is it the lady of the pattern that we just visited?
Fiona.
What's her name? Oh.
Yeah, that's
Sheila, discard any cards you don't want and refill your hand. When she says that, he goes, yeah, that's it. That's the ticket.
Princess Fiona.
She got it on the first fucking guess. So yeah, just discard down, then discard anything else you don't want, or trade away anything that's kind of worth keeping to other people and refill your hand or whatever you want to do.
Are you fellas interested in
I have
trading your junk?
Yeah, I've got.
I've got another.
Actually, that's not a trash. That's not a trash. That's not a trash. That is a trash. Yeah, I'll discard it. Just
one or 2, Pete.
Just the one.
1 lump or 2.
Yeah, I should have discarded it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking to ditch cards? What's
yeah.
going on? Okay, yep. I'll trade you.
How many?
You don't have to trade her any of your cards, Scott. Just discard them and she'll hand you cards.
Yeah,
much easier than trying to trade function.
Instead of trading it, it was silly.
Okay. Just the one. Well, we probably don't need admissible evidence, do we? Is there any criminal cases open?
You can never fucking tell with this group. I'll tell you what.
If there's not already one, I'm gonna.
Well, it's between that and unjam gun. Is the card that I'd be most likely to toss in my hand. Give him 1 round and unjams your gun.
I was going to say, don't forget, you got a free refill coming, Sheila, so I would get rid of everything you can to get more cards.
We've already used the evidence going bye-bye card on previously.
That didn't work out well.
Well, it did, but it
didn't. I can do it.
Ooh. Yeah, I can do it. Wow.
Interest in that, Pete?
I should hope so.
Let's see. I've got a discard. Yeah, I'll get rid of the D8 damage, which I was hanging on to in case we got into combat.
I'll throw
it back to you if you want it.
I'll take 1 more if you got more. I got a bulletproof to get rid of.
This is your trade card.
I've got a snake bite antidote.
Chances of hanging on to that to the end of the game when it'll be useful will likely slim. Getting it this early in the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll take it.
If you got trash, yeah. You just need to hit the trade button on the trade you're still doing with me, Sheila.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Are you dying, Sheila?
You know, aren't we all? Anyway, so I have this.
Some faster than others.
Woo, that's me.
Oh. Anytime the bearer of this card rolls 2 like snake eyes, then they can re-roll it. I don't know. With our digital dice, we're rolling a 100 most of the time there, so I'm gonna.
It would be only useful if you're rolling 2d6 for damage, for example, or at the end of the game when you're trying to do a stat up.
Yeah.
2d6 isn't even on the damage track.
No. Glenn, did you want ungm gun?
I think. Yeah, I'll take it. We're not gonna make vehicles.
Like your guns.
Like guns.
Okay.
All
right. You've got Princess Leia talking to your head, huh?
Yes.
So you may recall how Fiona taught us how to make trumps and stuff. She told us about how trumps worked, or told you how trumps work. So focus on her voice and focus on the connection like she taught you to.
Oh.
So she might be trying to contact you like via a trump or something.
Focus.
Nothing happened. Yeah. Nothing. No rolls even involved. It's quite distressing.
Nothing happens.
Correct.
So she could be in a situation where she doesn't have a trump, but is. Some of them have got the ability. Have gotten to the point where they can actually contact people without even using a trump.
Oh.
But she could be, like, for example, in a location where she's getting blocked or something.
Can I make a trump of her?
Unfortunately, at your level of trumptudity, which is barely able to do it, you would need her standing in front of you to be able to do it, because being able to do it from memory is a higher skill.
Oh. Can I make a trump of Dana?
You can try. It's like, fuck the. Now, keep in mind, this will take about 2 days.
Oh.
Well, if we're doing that, I'm going to make one of you guys.
Painting or sketching?
Sketching takes about a half hour, but essentially sketching is a one-shot deal, and it also expires. So you have to use of a person. You'd have to use a sketch quick, but a sketch only takes about half an hour to make. So much faster, much more temporary. That goes for all sketches, are pretty much just one shots. But that's their balance between that and spending a couple days and painting.
Speaking of spending, Joshua, would you like this gold piece for upkeep of whatever of the things that you have taken upon yourself to upkeep for us?
Sure.
Isn't she nice?
If you wish to, gold piece from which round, which zone?
I think that is Mowick's.
Melwick's used paper money.
Oh, then it's not from Melwick's.
Our gold and silver were from this zone.
Oh, there we go.
From Gothic? Okay.
Thanks, Glenn.
No.
What would I do without you?
No,
I'll give you one too, even
probably
though it's
still be in
probably
Oregon.
a drop in the bucket.
It'll cover half a week's wages. The two gold coins.
It's what, 50 silver to 1 gold?
70, I think.
70
from memory.
Okay.
Remember?
We don't have much. Glenn and I do not have an income.
No, that's all right. A lot of my money has gone as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is a super cool base. There's all kinds of rooms. Pretty much, if the PCs ever said, "I'm going to sit down and map this out as I would like it and shit," that'd be fine. Nobody's really bothered yet. So, but it's. I know it's got like a theater in it, which has been completely unused, though cleaned. It has a place for parking your air car in it. It has many different rooms for each of the PCs, which are all furnished and comfortable, although not fancy. A large alcohol supply for reasons. A newly remodeled kitchen, and you know,
Is that Freddy?
stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, Freddy. Does it still have the message from the White War burned into the wall of the theater?
Yeah, nobody's decided to take that down yet.
It's art.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's confusing to theater goers if they ever got in there, but they never do. So, and of course, you know, in winter times and whatnot, this thing would be a bitch to heat. But I mean, it has a high upkeep cost because you could like if you didn't want to be around anybody else, you could literally go to the far reaches of it and not see or hear anybody else. So in real life, this would be quite a spacious place to hang out. Plus, it's located on, it's like surrounded by streets, so there's nothing adjacent to it. It's kind of in its own little bubble of roads. And it's very, very centrally located in the city. It is prime real estate. Essentially, you've got somebody who's very happy with the PC said, use this until you all die and maybe beyond, you know. So the problem is that for such, I mean, if you were paying for the building too, it'd be probably triple the cost or whatever. But even for just keeping it staffed, it's still freaky expensive per week.
You could put on some shows here if you needed income.
That will create a whole slew of new plots and problems that the PCs seem to be wanting to avoid.
Alex was interested in doing that originally, but as White went by and his White ability, when he lost White, he lost interest in doing that. But yes, that was one of the thoughts, was that we could get it to a point where we could potentially have theatre shows or stuff going on and have an income from that coming in.
Real quick note for the sketches, they expire after a day. There you go. Easy.
Well, it sounded urgent.
Right,
we want to go to Amber.
Well, we don't know of her being anywhere else, do we?
We do not.
All right, so...
Although I would like to make an oil painting.
The only thing that works
urgent, but
oil painting.
2 days, you'll keep.
I mean, how much trouble can she really be in?
Well, she's
probably a lot if she's asking you for help, Glenn.
Exactly right. That's what I would say.
Harsh.
She is on fire again. I'll tell you what, man. She's definitely able to pull off the humor when she wants to.
All right,
rusty nails with this broad.
Rusty nails. That was a librarian that we knew.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
so we're going to travel to Amber then.
Well, I was going to say your only issue right now is you. Like normally you'd have a lot more time and stuff since the main bad guy of the 4-season story arc seems to have been defeated for now. However, you do need to get some money in here or else it's going to be back to the same kind of situation it was before. And, you know, shadow travel, depending on how you go, can range between hours and weeks to get to Amber.
Is there a flying car in the garage?
You don't know. You attempt to use psychometry. You realize it doesn't exist.
I go look in the garage upstairs.
Ah, excellent. Yes, there is.
I've flown one of these before.
You say to yourself, because nobody else has even bothered to stand there. It shows like the scene where it just keeps cutting further back from you, and it shows how low you are with the flying car.
I pet it longingly.
It looks like it's been dusted within the last few days. They don't know what else to do with it, so they dust it, apparently. A lot of dusting going on here.
All right.
I put down my full drink and I follow Glenn.
She wanders off, leaving Holmes by himself. Maybe I should practice my violin, he thinks. Well,
I was considering that, or practicing painting or something. No, I shall follow along and see what they're getting up to.
No
what
problem.
The two of them are getting up to.
It looks
Glenn,
like trouble.
Are you going to start an Uber in this world?
Well,
for money.
If we're gonna shadow travel, then it helps to be going fast, right?
Yes.
I like the qualified yes that you get. Like, yes, maybe.
Glenn does know how to drive.
Do you know how to drive a flying car?
It's a hobby.
All right, so first I would like to try and get some money just to stop this place from crashing and burning again.
Okay.
So we've got some objects that are worth quite a bit of money. We just need to move them from being large dinner plate sized gems and a golden mask worth 50 grand or thereabouts between them to actual gold coins or something that can be used to pay wages, etc.
Ooh, gold coins. Isn't he fancy? Oh.
Or silver or bits or whatever. They're currently in the safe at the Australian Embassy. And so half the fun is trying to find somebody who knows how to haggle and finding somebody who's got the resources to take it off our hands.
It cuts to a quick picture of Wrestling Rad. What you want, I can get, but I'm not in the campaign yet. He disappears.
All right.
So, yes. So
I'm sure that your bargaining couldn't possibly go wrong, sir.
Could give it the old college try.
That's right, Nick. And plus, you actually already have an idea of how much this shit is worth.
Yes.
So, you can go and beg somebody to please buy it. Could you at least give me a gold piece for all of these masks made of this heavy goldish material? It's gold.
Where is my skill?
You go sell stuff, and I'll make an oil painting.
He's going to be gone for 2 days trying to sell. Wow. I mean, you could do that if you want.
I really want to make some art here.
Sorry, you really want to what?
I really want to make some art here.
Yes, but we're short of time.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, as far as if you're just trying to get a check in painting, you could make a much quicker painting than a full 2 days thing. But if you wanted to get a check in painting and then try to do trump card and all that, basically you have to declare ahead of time what you're going to paint. If you're just like, Logan, I just want to paint a simple picture while he's off shopping so I can try to get a check in this fucking painting, that's one thing. But if you're like, Logan, while he's gone, I'm going to make a trump of Dana Zool so that way I can bother her at will. That's going to suck up 2 days there.
Could we practice not great, not Trump oil painting, and then also do the half-an-hour sketch for making Trump. Just still get a check.
Yes, that's a good way to get a check in it as well. But you don't end up with anything that will last for very long, of course, if you don't mind that. So, right, while McKay goes off shopping, or in this case, desperately trying to unload his stuff at rock bottom prices. We all know it's going to happen. Not as bad as hopefully when you gave stuff to Alex Kinley to sell for you.
Yes.
That was fucking classic. So, right, both of you guys give me oil painting rolls. And
you can join us in our craft time if you wanted, Josh.
You want to do craft time before you go shopping, Josh?
I
have a smock for you.
Ooh, a smock.
I was concerned about the urgency of Fiona's, from what Glenn described Fiona's thing, so
they don't seem to care about her.
I was actually thinking I would do some painting and sketching when we're on the move to Amber, since that it may take a day or two, and if I'm just sitting there while somebody else is driving, I can then do painting and sketching.
Yeah. Love drawing in the car.
Everybody's drawing, and then McKay looks up and goes, "Who's driving?"
So yes. So doing a couple of things at once.
All right.
So I'm gonna go get there's like jewelers and stuff here, isn't there?
Oh yes. You don't even need to look up the exact shop because I know you have no contacts and stuff. You pretty much show up to one and put it on the counter and look at him with pleading eyes, and he smiles knowing that he's going to be buggering the shit out of you soon because you have no bargain skill and you'd be going up against his, and he's doing this professionally. So, yeah.
Yep.
Right. So while he's gone, you guys begin art and craft time. Both of you give me painting rolls and
take
sketch rolls and
take
Trump
my tarot cards if you're going to Beastkin.
All right. I'll take them and check them in the safe. I'm assuming you're just giving me the Ecti spares as opposed to the enchanting ready to fire.
Oh, hold on a second. Are you going to Beastkin to sell your shit?
Oh no, I'm going to Beastkin to get the stuff out of the safe where it is currently.
I was going to say, you could sell it in Beastkin and people like you better there.
Yeah, my intent was probably to sell it in Beastkin, yes.
That's easier. All right. So you won't get quite as ass raped.
Yeah.
But you're still up for a good buggering. So, right, you two, go ahead and do arts and crafts time if you would. And meanwhile, Pete, to make a long story short, you chuck all their tarot cards in the safe. Hopefully they got you some notes on which ones or you took notes on which ones.
Yeah, I've got the 4 ones, the 4 new ones.
I've got 2 other ones from before that I don't think made it to the safe. The Lovers and the 10 of Cups.
Lovers and 10 of Cups, okay.
Sheila, do you have any other tarot cards you've forgotten to turn in, or?
Let me check on the Lovers. Oh no, I've got the Lovers. Unless you've received the Lovers twice, I've actually got the Lovers down already for you, Glenn.
Okay.
I think you've already told me that one. 10 of Cups.
That's
And,
why
I've got the 10 of Cups down for you as well.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is fucking methodical as shit on this stuff, so that's awesome.
Good job.
Oh,
thank you.
To try and make sure we know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a pain free? I think I turned in my other stuff, but would it be a pain if I were to list what might not have been turned in from last time?
No. As in, no, it won't be a pain.
Okay. So I have Queen of Cups and the Star from this time.
The Queen of Cups and I've got those noted down to add.
And then Judgment.
Judgment is the Dana. Got that.
And Knight of Swords, 3 of Swords.
Knight of Swords and Three of Swords. Knight of Swords, you actually have enchanted, the enchanted version of. That was one of the ones I said, here's a couple of extra enchanted cards. When I did some more shuffling, and the Three of Swords. Sorry, was it the Three of Swords?
Three of Swords. Yes.
Do not have the Three of Swords down against your name. I'll make a note of the Three of Swords for you. Alex, Mildred, and Freddie being contributed Three of Swords. Unless I've made an error with somewhere along the line with one of them. On name, but yeah.
Quick general note. Flying cars can generally hit up to 100 kilometers per hour, and they leave a weird line of smoke, like a chemtrail, and they maneuver like a bus.
And keep in mind that when we get to the Women's Wild West...
Wild West.
You will have difficulty flying a magic car.
Oh.
Because magic don't work too well there.
Somebody figured out a clever way around that shit.
Oh, we got the advanced land yacht.
No, I mean, aside from that, which you don't have it right now because I know where it is, and it's not in good. No, I know where it is.
Yeah, well, we
mark it off of any list that it's on.
I'm not aware if it was ever noted down. I just know where it was when we last used it.
I consider it gone now for all intents and purposes.
That's all right. It wasn't mine to begin with.
I was wondering if it's possible to do it at a different location.
As far as I'm aware, from what we've been able to work out, the only way out of this pocket shadow is the wall of fire is via Women's Wild West. We haven't been able to work out any other way outside besides doing things like going to the Driders and getting us to take us out, which will take months. But from a shadow walking perspective, the only way we know of, the only exit point we're aware of outside this realm is the Women's Wild West.
Yeah. So I need to make a painting roll and then a trump roll?
No, first a painting roll, and then you make a nice little painting of, isn't that lovely? Nothing useful, but you can get a check in painting, as I believe that Sheila did. And then after that, you make a sketch roll. And if you make your sketch roll, then you can attempt to make your trump roll. That way, as Sheila has wisely pointed out, you get checks in all three of those things, maybe. And be done before McKay gets back, hopefully.
Okay.
Now, while they're doing those rolls and trying to figure out shit there, McKay, you go to the embassy, you chuck a bunch of tarot cards in the safe, and you haven't been here for 3 months or so a day slips by because the elf kids are needing some time with you, unless you're like, no, fuck off.
No, I'm going to say I'm sorry, but yes, something urgent has come up and I can't hang around at this time.
They are very disappointed.
Someone's life is in danger.
They understand that. Yeah. Then they begin doing the bargaining thing with you, where it's like, okay, but if you leave now, you have to spend 3 days when you come next.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, good.
If I have 3 days to spare when I come back, I've got no problems with that.
Make 3 days, says the woman, the elf girl. She's like, you heard me.
Yes, I heard you. Yeah.
All right, so let's see. On you guys, how did your sketching go? Anybody sketch successfully?
Nope.
Made a lovely painting.
Cool. No problem. And Pete, you go over to one of the jewelers. He's like, the Australian ambassador, says the big anteater dude.
Mm-hmm.
He has a jeweler's loop and such. Yes. What do you have today? Buying,
I have
selling?
this dinner-sized gem.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
this,
already gave you the approximate value on all this stuff, yeah.
And this golden mask.
Right. What's the normal value of this stuff?
All right. So I believe it was 20 grand. Hang on a second. Let me go to the right tab.
I know it should be just roll your appraisal to find out what it's worth, but I didn't feel like trying to keep track of all this shit.
So the gem, well, I made my appraisal at the time.
Oh, good.
Because I've got decent appraisal.
Mm.
And I think I've noted it. Yeah, that's what I thought. The golden mask was 20 grand and each gem was worth 10 grand.
So 40 grand's what you're going for.
No, because I doubt they would have that sort of money here available.
Actually, they might. The city's doing pretty good.
Okay.
Plus,
Yeah,
this guy has gold and stuff that he can possibly trade for it and stuff.
Okay, all right, then I'll trade it all. I was thinking of keeping one gem aside for later.
If you want, but this guy's happy to fucking just buy the lot.
If he's happy to buy the lot, then I'll do the lot. Two gems, two matching gems.
Mm-hmm. And the golden mask. He thinks that it's an Australian thing because it's an Australian face type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's going to go his bargain versus yours, but you get a plus 10% to your bargain because you're the Australian ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
So he's happy to cut you a little slack. His bargain is he's good at it, so he's got a 70 bargain. What's yours?
Well, my bargain is 33, and I was going to play.
43. Okay.
No, 33 with the 10%.
Oh, God.
And I was going to play the I Can Do It card, which gives plus 50%.
So you're up to what? 80?
I'm up to 83.
Right. So that beats him by 13. Call it 15. Call it 65 or less. Roll 65 or less. If you can get half, quarter, crit, then that's better.
Yep.
As you convince him that he's a strange Australian, blah, blah.
65. So let's just say that's 23. That's going to be plus 42. And it's just a normal success.
He gives you the full value of the items, nothing extra or anything.
Yep,
but
that's fine.
Yeah,
happy with that.
But he does want some concessions along with that. Easy ones though. He wants you to like sign the mask, because then he's going to have that in like the.
Because I'm assuming it, even though from a gold perspective it's worth 20 grand, from a art perspective it's actually worth more.
It's an Australian artifact, according to what you told him, and
exactly.
Well, it's made to fit a human, and nobody here is, so it must be Australian.
Yeah, that's right. It's made to hit a human face.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
So he gives you 40 grand worth of gold.
Lovely.
I'm not going to bother to figure that out because I figure it's going to this, and you're just going to add on weeks to this.
Yep.
Cool. So do your division, figure out how much, and blah blah blah. By the 40 grand, I assume we're talking about silvers. 40 grand silvers.
Well, you said it was worth modern day money. It was worth $40,000.
Oh, $40,000, right?
In modern day money.
Okay. So, and each gold piece is worth. Hold on, I will look that up.
Yeah, so I don't know how much a beastkin gold piece is worth from a modern day money perspective.
I will just tell you because that way you can keep track of shit better. Let's see. Each silver coin is worth $14.
Okay.
In modern day money. So big division, blah, 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 blah. There you go.
No worries.
That'll make it easier to figure out.
Yeah.
He comes back. He seems pleased that he didn't get bent over the counter and violated in unspeakable ways at the jeweler shop. A rare experience for him. Hey. Put on a gold mask and tell me I'm your daddy. What?
Look at my painting.
Lovely.
It's actually nice, yeah.
Did you actually you actually succeeded, did you?
Yeah.
All right, so that gives us about 2,800. So
it's 2,800 silver?
Yep.
I'd like to point out that cost is approximately half of what it would cost for a new Chris to power the car.
Yes, I know, and that's only going to give us about 2.5 months.
Cool.
For the White Dove.
Well, you know where more of those gold masks are. You were in the village. I mean, slaughter the inhabitants, take their gold masks, and voila, you can keep this place going a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray! See, I've been putting in money stuff for you and all that. Yeah.
Yes, but not. Yeah.
It's not my fault the PCs took 3 months wandering through the fucking wilderness.
No, it's more the. Is this place worth the upkeep? Is the big thing I'm debating, as nobody seems particularly interested in it anymore.
Nobody really comes here unless I start them here, honestly. So it's up to you. I mean, you could literally, like, the staff from this place would probably move to the embassy. I mean, it'd be weird for them, but there's male and female, so eventually they'd start having little humans wandering around and stuff. And
if we could get them across.
If you could get them across, yes, because the staff is very good to you, and you do have some feelings of responsibility to them and stuff, noblesse oblige and stuff. But yeah, but this place is freaking expensive.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, if you wanted to try to, I'm not sure how you'd get the painting to the embassy.
No.
With
it framed. I know how we could potentially get to it because we got it from the Shadow Academy to here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was tricky, but yeah, I mean it's possible
I could use a similar method to do it, basically.
Mm-hmm. It's possible to move all that stuff, but tricky.
Yeah.
Plus, this zone does have a lot of good Magitech shit that can be bought.
Oh yeah. The zone itself is quite interesting. It's just while the White Dove is an interesting base of operations, it's just hideously expensive to upkeep with that we don't have any income streams at the moment that are feeding into it.
Well, if you bought yourself, assuming you're using the money you just got for this, you bought yourself in there a couple months to get it, because who knows if you can make using the tech that they've already got upgraded slightly with the gunsmithing thing, as opposed to trying to bring Nintendos to the fucking wild west.
I was looking at like late 19, basically.
Leaping
a couple of decades worth of guns, like going late 19th century peacemakers and Winchester.
You're going for the next upgrade ahead of time. I totally get that.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Stuff that is within technological ability for these people.
Well, the difference of what you're doing and the difference of what poor Alex was trying to do is, like, you've gone over and said, "Ooh, these guys need horse collars so they can plow their fields. I will make horse collars." And Alex is like, "They need cars and tractors. Tractors will plow the fields." And it's like, that's so far beyond their tech base.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. That I think it's a thing of I think it's part of it is really Alex's age. And we're talking about Alex the player, not Alex Kinley, by the way. Scott and Sheila, just so you understand.
Freddie, just go with Freddie.
Yeah, we're talking about Freddie. But yeah, I think it is because of Alex's age in that he doesn't really have a comprehension of the way technology has advanced and what a difference it actually means in regards to the ability to produce such technology.
Imagine the 1950s trying to get Game Boys made there. That was his plan.
Yeah, or a mobile phone.
Yeah, and Pete was like,
"Yep,
they had less tech than the current pocket calculator to take a space thing to the moon. You know, spaceship to the moon.
The Apollo missions technology that they used. Yeah.
Let's get some real tapes going here, boys.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where he's trying to do. He's got
he's got
some interesting ideas.
It's just too big of leaps to work. You know, if he's bringing something much smaller, like here's an 8-track, they'll be around forever. Maybe. So anyway,
because the other way to do it is to go. If we had access to extreme high tech, you bring extreme high tech in something that like a matter printer or something that then can print out the phones.
Oh wow, that would probably. But then you still need raw materials and stuff, unless it's
which is a lot easier than actually trying to manufacture it without having the knowledge of how to design microchips and.
Yeah, but to make a long story short, he showed up. It's quite late at night.
All right, let's go.
Back. And you're hungry. You're all hungry.
Should we sell this painting? It's a beautiful.
What's it a picture of?
It's a landscape of like where I'm from, but 1920s America, picturesque.
Nice.
Mountain Valley.
Okay.
West Virginia?
Blue Ridge Mountains.
Is there an airplane in there?
No.
Is it in black and white noir?
No.
I
was half thinking you'd want to go to Gotham and set up a PI agency, and so you could sit on the desk and
drink bad coffee and add whiskey to it. And
that's an idea. I was thinking about taking over the one here.
Yeah, the guy running it's a bit of a no-hoper.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to him.
Yeah, he is. The butler comes in and says, "Will you be dining here tonight, gentlemen?"
I think so.
Very good. Do you have a preference for the type of food?
Not I, but I believe Dana is vegetarian.
Very good. I'm not familiar with that term.
Give me some twigs to chew on.
No meat, no meat, no animal byproducts.
So eggs and fish?
I'll have all of her animal products.
Very good, sir.
Glenn.